Hello, my name is Brian Swain. I'm 33 years old, and it's taken me a long time, my entire life, just to say that I have 5 years experience as a commercial driver, a professional driver, 53-foot trailer, tractor trailer combinations. I would consider myself a shade tree mechanic, but I'm also still studying my automotive course, which is taking a long time. I work full time as a trucker. I just learned how to broker freight, journeyman broker certificate. I understand the process of finding freight in front of trucks and the different types of brokering that I can do. I used to study music. I consider myself an intermediate piano player. I started in high school. It wasn't until my junior year I had to choose an elective, so I chose piano, and they threw me in choir. I thought I wouldn't like choir, but I actually did. Very fascinated by music. Unfortunately, I spent a lot of time trying to be in the rap industry instead of practicing on other genres and in the piano. Many people have heard the story of when I was young and I interned at Formulation Room with Dustin Rhyme before he moved to his new building or wherever he's located now. And I really enjoyed that experience. He was allowing me to work in Room B. I consider myself a intermediate, but probably more on the beginner side of engineering, mostly because I understand the techniques, but my actual mixes aren't quite right, as Dustin Ryan used to tell me then. Also don't understand everything. I don't have a degree in music. I wanted to pursue a degree in music. I did not fully utilize my resources. I didn't start college until I was 25. I was a bit disappointed when I started college and I realized some of these music programs were at the college. I could have taken a full music program at the college, community college. I thought I had to go to like Berkeley College of Music or one of those trade schools where you pay $10,000. When I was younger, when I was 16, I wanted to be a motorcycle mechanic at MMI. I wanted to go to Phoenix and learn how to work on motorcycles. Ironically, I'm still learning automotive. I know more about cars than I used to, enough to work on my car. I have a 93 Civic. I don't have a Haynes manual for that. I used to have a Haynes manual for my Camry. Ironically, I know more than I used to when I had the Haynes manual for the Camry. Well, YouTube comes in handy too. I can't work on a Mercedes Benz or a BMW, but something simple, I'll be able to work on it. You can pretty much locate all the parts. I love music. Music was a big thing for me. I started getting it. I had two piano teachers. One had a classical background, the other had a blues background. Both styles influenced me. So when I took music history, music appreciation, no music history, I really enjoyed that course and I understood it because I knew uh, a lot of things about music, you know, chord progressions, melody. But in actual education, I never took any courses on songwriting and melodies and things like that, but I understood the parts of the song. I always wanted to take band. I wish I did take band. I never did. I bought a manual. I bought a manual on how to grow marijuana. I used to play a marijuana growing simulator. I believe marijuana should be legal, but because I drive commercial, I don't use marijuana. I've never used marijuana on my job application as a trucker, but I grow marijuana. I think people should have the right to abortion. I used to be goofy. I let my imagination run wild. I like entertainment, comedy, uh, just trying to be fun and having a good time. I like the great outdoors and nature and stuff like that, but you probably won't really see me out there. People are very territorial in life. I've had the hard road in life. Things have not come easy. A lot of people knew that I was a fuck up because it wasn't until 4 years ago that I started driving trucks. I didn't really have a job for that. And I didn't start college till I was 25. A lot of people thought I was just a deadbeat. I was just a bum. First impressions are true. And it is shown in my life. A lot of people just don't give a fuck. I don't have respect. Ironically, in the last 2 or 3 years, I've done more in the last 2 years than I pretty much have in my entire 20s, aside from learning music. If I could afford to get a new computer right now, I own Fruity Loops, FL Studio. I own Propeller Head Reason. I own T-Rex, Total Bundle. I own Waves plugins. I don't own Pro Tools, but I've used it before, and I learned Pro Tools from Dustin Ryan. He taught me mixing techniques. He taught me automation and stuff like that, and bouncing, bussing groups and stuff. Compression techniques, EQ techniques, how to chain, New York compression. I knew about New York compression, but Dustin Ryan showed it to me again. Never did develop my ears though, and I don't really, he taught me about phasing, but my whole sonar spectrum is off. I don't understand all that. I just wanted to share a little bit about who I am. I like to make these parodies the same way I told you that I like entertainment and I like letting my imagination run. That's why I like to make parodies. I don't care that you don't like them. I don't care that you think I shouldn't do that. I think it's fun and I do it. I hope that gives you a better understanding of who I am as a person. See, I've gone through hardships probably because of my own procrastination, but it's harder me in certain ways. You don't understand, like, as many times as I tried to meet people, like, people disregarded me so much that it wasn't even a thing anymore. It was like, okay, that's why introducing myself to people isn't the first thing on my mind. Walking into a room of people, getting to know them isn't the first thing on my mind. But I can still do that. That's still a part of me. That's still who I am. That's still who I was. But that's not what I do. Because it was already decided by my first impressions that you don't care about me. I'm not trying to guilt trip you because I continue to pursue everything that I'm pursuing. I told you my interests. There's more things I want to explore in life. There's no way that I'm through. I just paid off my student loan. I just paid off some of my debts. Yeah, it's taking a long time. Yeah, I can't get started next week. I can't get started next month. It's going to take more time. It's going to take a couple more years. I'm not even considering buying a house right now. First of all, that's too much debt. Second of all, I'm just coming out of debt. Third of all, I don't even have anything going on right now. My windows of opportunity very limited because most people don't believe. But I'm going to continue to articulate to you. The more that I learn, the more that I present to you, we'll see. I'm going to tell you something, man. I drove for 6 or 7 trucking companies. These motherfuckers don't give a fuck about you. I was talking to my dad the other day. I said, you know what I believe? I believe that if somebody really cares about you, when you quit that job, you'll still be in contact with that person. That person will still be your friend. You'll still hear from that person because that person likes you for who you are. You quit these motherfuckers, they tell you they care about you and all this and that and other. But if you quit and they don't care about you, they never did care about you. How many people did you meet at your job that are still your friend today? Those are real people. I don't have that type of rapport with people, but I'm trying. But yeah, that's a little bit about myself. If you watch all 10 minutes of this, then maybe you are curious enough. I'm not sure. But one thing, I never gave up on myself.